We often talk about strong families like they're something you either win in the lottery of life or you don't. But what if that's not it at all? What if family strength is more like architecture, something you can actually design and build on purpose? Well, today we're going to pull out the blueprint for building a stronger family.
And this quote right here, this is the heart of it all. See, families don't usually break because of some big earthquake moment. No, it's more like a slow erosion or a daily reinforcement. It's all those tiny, repeated habits that act as either the mortar holding everything together or the little cracks that eventually weaken the whole foundation.
All right, so before we can start building anything new, we've got to clear the construction site, right? And that means we need to tear down a really common myth that a lot of us have been taught to believe about what a strong family even is.
And this comparison just lays it all out. Over on the left, you've got the myth that strong families just happen, that it's all about luck. But the reality, over on the right, is so much more empowering. It tells us that strong families are built brick by intentional brick. This is a construction project, folks, not a game of chance.
Okay, so if we agree that strong families are built, then what's the blueprint? I mean, what are the architectural principles we need to follow to make sure the whole structure is sound? Let's get into the actual design.
And here is the absolute first rule of construction. You have to forget about being perfect. Seriously, the goal is not to have a family that never argues or never has a bad day. Come on, that's just not realistic. The real goal is consistency. Consistently choosing to be respectful, consistently choosing to listen, and just consistently showing up for each other.
Which brings us to a really critical part of any building project, how it handles stress. Every single structure out there faces pressure. The real test is how it holds up, right? Strong families, they don't avoid conflict. They have a system for facing it together.
These right here are the pillars of respect that hold the whole thing up during a storm. That first point is so crucial. Respect isn't for the easy, calm days. It's for when emotions are running high. Why? Because words you say in anger, man, they can leave permanent cracks in the foundation. And notice that balance between honesty and trust. You can't really have one without the other. But that last one, I think that's the most overlooked. Silence doesn't fix things. It just builds walls inside the house. Communication, that's how you build the bridges to get over those divides. So how do you actually use those pillars? Well, here's a super simple but really powerful three-step process. Step 1 is just to name what's happening. Okay, things are getting heated. Step 2 is strategic. You're not running away. You're taking a break so you can cool down before more damage is done. But the absolute non-negotiable rule is step 3. You always come back to the conversation. You have to commit to finishing the repair job, not just walking away from the mess.
This leads us to our next big architectural feature, boundaries. Now, I know for some people that word can sound like it's all about fences and keeping people out. But in a strong family, boundaries actually do the exact opposite.
The source material has this fantastic name for it, sustainable closeness. I love that. It's such a powerful idea. It's a kind of connection that can actually last, because it doesn't require anyone to totally lose themselves just to keep it going. Healthy boundaries mean you can be a strong individual and a deeply connected member of the family, all at the same time.
And this quote just nails it. Boundaries aren't a threat. They're the very thing that makes being close sustainable for the long haul. They're not walls to keep people out. Think of them more like support structures that make it safe for everyone to stay close without getting burnt out or resentful.
So, if we've got our big pillars like conflict management and boundaries, what's the mortar holding all the individual bricks together? Well, that's where all those small, everyday habits come in.
These are the quiet, simple things that build real trust over time. Putting your phone down when someone is talking to you, that's not just polite. You're laying a brick of respect. Celebrating someone's win without comparing it to something else, that's a brick of support. Helping out just to help, not because you're keeping score, that's a brick of generosity. And apologizing without adding a but at the end, that's a brick of true humility. These little acts are the real daily work of building a strong connection.
All right, so as we bring all of these architectural pieces together, we need to land on what might be the most realistic and honestly the most encouraging part of this entire blueprint.
This is so important to remember. Building a strong family isn't about creating some perfect life with no problems. That's impossible. Life is messy. There is going to be stress. There will be misunderstandings, and that's all completely normal. The strength of the family isn't measured by whether or not you struggle.
And that really brings us to the most important point of all.
Real family strength is not the absence of struggle. It's the commitment to keep choosing respect, to keep choosing communication, to keep choosing to make an effort, even and especially when it's really, really hard. That persistence, that's the final and most important piece of the whole architecture.
And that kind of brings us full circle, doesn't it? Building a stronger family isn't about some massive, one-time renovation project. It's about all those small, consistent choices day in and day out. So, I'll leave you with this question. What's one small, consistent choice you can make for your family starting today?
Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer. If you found this blueprint helpful, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more. And hey, we would genuinely love to hear your answer to that final question down in the comments. Thanks for watching.